Tugan nga ikaw ra maong pabilin sa kay magmalipayon ta kay way laing giplano nga damgo na amgo kung nga ikaw ugway laing mas nindot nga panglantaw kung makita ko kay ikaw kay ikaw rang gustong magkauban hangtod sa kita mapuno na sa uban plano nga para sa usag-usa kay gamay na lang mag-abot na kay way laing giplano nga damgo na amgo kung nga ikaw ugway laing mas nindot nga panglantaw kung makita ko kay ikaw kay ikaw rang gustong magkauban hangtod sa kita mapuno na sa uban hangtod sa kita mapuno na sa upan
Now, please join me in welcoming to the stage Chris Fuego, director and writer, Angela Villarin, actor for Maya, and joining us virtually is Amaya Han and Ash Lee from Zero House Productions, who are the producers, Michael Bacalsco, the actor for Mario, and Kevin Reams, the actor for Luke. Thank you for joining us both in person and virtually. It is such a pleasure to have you here. To start off, can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Hello. I'm Chris Fuego, the writer and director of the movie Pinicas or Halved, and I'm also one of the co-producers.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela. I'm playing the role of Amaya.
And joining us virtually,
Hi everyone, I'm Amaya Han, one of the producers of the film.
Kevin and Michael, are you all good to hear us? Okay, while we figured that technical issue out, we have the actors for Mario and Luke joining us as well. So, Chris, I'm going to start off with you. You, of course, are based in Windsor, but to film this movie, you went back to the Philippines and it's fully filmed on location.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that? Why'd you make that decision and how was it?
When I decided to make my first film, I wanted it to be shot in my hometown in the Philippines because it's personal for me, and at the same time, it is practical. So during that time, that was in 2019, I had my short film, thesis short film back in film school, so I decided to just expand that thesis short film because I shot that also in my hometown. And the story was about a young woman who was in search for love online. And that idea originally came from my time during the early 2000s when I was a supervisor of a manufacturing company. And at that time, most of my subordinates, young women, were spending more time inside the internet cafes. That was the time when the internet cafes were like sprouting all over the city. And the reason for that is they want to find foreign partners online because they believe that that would help them escape poverty. That experience stayed with me, and I wanted to portray that situation in the big screen because growing up in a rural community in the Philippines, I saw a lot of families being separated because one of the a member of the family, maybe one of the parent has to work abroad. So as I was writing the story, I wanted to explore the emotional cost of those choices. So Pinicas became a reflection of that reality, and in so many ways, my own understanding of how what a sacrifice really means in the Filipino family. That was a long answer.
We can certainly feel it in the film, that pull between staying at home and then
Correct.
pursuing.
And either because Pinicas or the Halved, it's the internal conflict of the main character. Mostly, most Filipinos, there is a decision that they have to make, whether they have to stay at home or leave for greener pastures. It's the same, it's a situation that is kind of normal in the Philippines, but there's an emotional cost to it. So in this story, I want to explore that before, because normally most stories are families that were separated and they were already, like one of the members of the family already abroad, so there's issues with those families left behind. But this one, I want to explore that decision first. Should I go or I should not? Should I not? So this story is all about.
No, you can certainly feel that conflict in the film as well. And one filmmaking question I have for you on that is, in the film, there's so many different settings portrayed. You see the beautiful ocean, you see these enclosed spaces, that's Maya's home that keeps her enclosed. How did your DOP and cinematographer deal with those varied settings?
Normally, we just shoot it in a natural setting. We didn't have much equipment, so we want to show the natural beauty of my island, not my island, the island where where I grew up. So those areas were are my hometown. So just few steps away from our house. And I want to put the DOP guy. He's genius guy, and he knows what to show and what to and how to capture the beauty of the island.
Yep, it's beautiful cinematography, and the color grading is just incredible. So it's a great watch because of that. Angela, coming to you, the character of Maya is very eldest daughter. In the beginning, we see her graduating from university. She has this conflict in her life. She's also very funny. We're laughing with her in the audience as well. How was it settling into that character? And when you first read the script, what did you think?
I remember first reading the script, I was really in awe of how complex Maya's character was. So I was reading the whole thing. I remember telling myself I have to get this role because it's it's my first full-length film actually. I shot it when I was very young. I was
Amazing.
Yeah, maybe 20 or 19 years old during that time. It was like 5-6 years ago. So yeah, I feel like when I was able to understand fully who Maya is, her character, I feel like she's not just the typical eldest daughter. She's not just a typical daughter, but she's also a woman becoming herself and understanding who she wanna be, where she wanna be. And I think that's something like I admire about Maya because she's willing to explore, but at the same time, she's very raw. She's very honest in a way that it got me very excited because there are certain characteristics of Maya that is, I feel like, close to me, but at the same time very like different from me, like in my personal life. So I get to explore different emotions that I don't typically get to experience on my day-to-day because I feel like Maya is just, her story is so much more than a character. It's more of a revelation of the identity of being a Filipino, like the majority of those unseen stories, the reality of a typical family who don't have enough, like poverty. Like that's what I like about the story itself. It tackles about different struggles that we face in our day-to-day, especially those people who are in areas that are not really exposed. So yeah.
Yeah, no, Maya is, you see her changing throughout the film, of course, but she is such a pillar in herself as well, very strong in her own intentions and in her own character. I also want to talk about the chemistry between all of the characters because you with Michael as well, that father-daughter relationship, and then Maya and Nilo on screen also have beautiful romantic chemistry. So Angela, Michael, and Kevin, can you speak more to this chemistry between all of you and how it was working on set?
Hello. No, I don't think. I think. Tatay?
It takes a second.
Kadungog ra ko?
Yeah.
Oh, kadungog. Function ng
Okay,
English.
everyone. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for having me in this movie and for the director also, Mr. Chris Fuego. Thank you so much for getting me for this role. I really enjoy portraying the role of Mario because it's not so far for my character. Yeah, that's why it was a great experience, and it was also my first full length I'm one of the main cast. Then yeah, it was good. And then the place is so nice. The people is so nice. And then it was a great experience. And about the story, I was really sad for Maya for the story. And then yeah, that's why. Thank you so much, everyone.
I think I just want to speak in behalf of all the crew. I really want to commend everyone, especially all the crew and the staff and the actors itself. Like during the filming, I remember all of us had this instant connection. Like all of them are so in love with the craft itself that was the first time when I went on set. I remember going there and telling myself that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, because I get to see passionate people who are really into their characters, and I feel like I was able to portray Maya well because of Nilo, because of my father, Luke, and all the other cast, especially my siblings there. They're very amazing, and I can see how much work they have put into their character, and I just want to commend them. They're not here right now, and I wish they're here with me right now, but yeah, I'm just so proud of them because I learned so much from them, like the kind of connection where actors have with each other, where they support each other. Even though one person or one character actor is not on set, they're just, looking at our scenes and trying to support us. That itself is such a very big help. So I feel like Pinicas, we formed the family. Even though it was shot a long time ago, like, we are like family. I really love these people.
Yeah, that's beautiful to hear. And Chris, you're on the other side of that, directing this amazing cast who hit it off with each other. What was your experience as director?
Most of these characters, like actors, Angela, Kevin, Michael, and three other main cast. It's the first time that I knew them during the shoot. I held auditions, and they were the people who passed the audition. Kevin actually was the only person that I have worked in the past. He was part of my thesis film at film school. So he's the only one that was that I knew from all of them, even the crew. They were. I knew them only during the shoot, because I was here when I contacted the people in the Philippines for the shoot, including my co-producer Amaya, and we only communicated online. And during the shoot, that's the first time that we met each other. But the camaraderie, the family, there was an instant connection right away. So that was one thing I am very proud of of this film.
And Amaya, now coming to you, of course, you all worked on this as co-producers. When did this project come on your radar? And to my understanding, Chris, you were here in Canada, and Amaya and Ash and Zero House were in the Philippines.
Correct. Yeah.
So how was managing it across borders, time zones, and then eventually meeting?
Yes, actually, the director of photography, Neil, was my DOP for my thesis film back in my film school days. And he was the one who connected me to this project and to Chris. So it was our first time to meet online first, while they were meeting in person in Cebu at the time for the pre-production, for the early pre-production. And it was smooth communicating with Chris, and we appreciate how Chris has been so open to suggestions. He's very collaborative, which is why we believe how everything went smoothly, mostly because of Chris, and how he was so smooth, he was so collaborative with everyone.
That's amazing to see such a project come to life. Now I want to ask about the future of this film. Where are you taking it next? What are your hopes for this, and what kind of audience it brings?
During the premiere, the world premiere of this film last month, and we were overwhelmed with the response from the Filipino people, like the Bisaya community, because this movie is made in the Visayas region, so it's not Manila. So you know the film industry is centered in Manila, and this is a regional film. And so we were thinking now, me and Amaya, that hopefully if we could get back at least the investment of this movie, we're actually planning for the part 2. Because I wrote this story as a trilogy. Okay, so the part 2 will now be, hopefully will be shot in the city, because I know Maya is now going to the city, and there she will meet with Nilo again, and then the situation now is it will now be the Nilo's turn to have that feeling of halved. So in that situation, this is just a glimpse of that story, and hopefully the third installment will be shot here in Canada. So that's my plan in the future. But again, it all depends on the money, because just like the theme of this the story, it revolves around the money. So and what's your question again? The second one.
You answered it perfectly. It was just looking towards the future. So on behalf of everyone here, best of luck. This movie ended on such a perfect kind of what will Maya do now? Where will Maya and Nilo end up? So we have something to look forward to. That is all the time we have right now. Thank you so much for coming.
Can we have like Kevin talk for a moment?
Yes.
Kevin there? No, yeah. We want to hear Kevin.
Kevin, are you able to hear us? And can you
Like
comment on your experience on working on this film?
Kevin, do you hear us?
Kevin is actually talking right now.
We've lost connection, unfortunately, on our side. So we do have to wrap this up now.
all right,
I'm
that's fine.
so sorry, but it's so nice having everyone virtually and you in person. And best of luck for the future.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Almina. Thank you, Maya, Michael, and Kevin.
Thank you, everyone.